Lilith, the first woman or demon. The name Lilith is synonymous with malevolent dark forces, only found in the realm of Jewish mysticism and the occult. But who is Lilith? Where did she come from? And what is the truth behind this ominous figure? Lilith is the mythical female demon in Jewish demonology of the Midrash and Kabbalah. According to the Midrash, Lilith was the first wife of Adam in Genesis 1. In Genesis 1, God makes male and female at the same time. Eve, the first woman, was created after the seventh day in Genesis 2.
So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female, he created them.
In Genesis 1, God makes male and female at the same time, on the sixth day. This is in direct conflict with Genesis 2, where God creates Adam first, and then Eve. This inherent inconsistency has led to debate as to why the Bible has a dual creation of mankind. We have already covered one explanation with the pre-Adamites. In this video, we will cover another popular theory to harmonize Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, the story of Lilith. The Midrash takes Genesis 1 with the dual creation of male and female at the same time. Both Adam and Lilith were created at the same time, as Genesis 1 suggests. Lilith was the original wife of Adam, but because of their dual creation, Lilith was more independent and wanted equal power to Adam. Adam, who wanted to be dominant over Lilith, refused to relent, and in punishment, Lilith refused God's first command to mankind, which was to be fruitful and multiply. This angered and frustrated Adam, and Lilith left to the Red Sea. Upon the consistent request of Adam to have his wife returned to him, God sent the angels Snoe, Sniswe, and Shmigulf to find her. The angels found Lilith at the Red Sea, where they threatened her that 100 of her children would die every day if she did not return to Adam. Lilith refused the angels and exclaimed that she was the destroyer of infants and would murder newborn babies. The angels, dissatisfied with her, forced her to swear that if she ever saw an amulet with a depiction of the angels, she would not harm the newborn. With Lilith's declaration of being the enemy of newborns, she began her journey into demonhood. Lilith, the demon, is further expanded upon by the texts such as the Zohar and Midrash. Lilith the demon is depicted as a winged woman with long hair. Lilith in the Shabbat preys upon men sleeping alone in their homes.
Rabbi Anina said, "It is prohibited to sleep alone in a house, and anyone who sleeps alone in a house will be seized by the evil spirit Lilith."
Lilith as a Mazikim, which is a harmful spirit, would also enter the homes of newborn children and strangle the newborns to death. As mentioned in the Midrash, to protect newborns from the wrath of Lilith, they would place amulets by the newborn to keep Lilith away. It is also Talmud tradition that Lilith was the partner of Samael, which watchers of our channel will recognize. Samael, one of the Sephirim, convinced the sons of God to lay with the daughters of men to create the Nephilim, the giants of the Bible, and one of the guardians of the Garden of Eden. According to one Enoch, and most likely the greatest instigator in getting Eve to eat the fruit of knowledge through his servant Gadriel. With Lilith's relationship with Samael, she became the mother of demons, birthing the many demons that inhabit the earth. With an understanding of who Lilith is and an understanding of the origins of Lilith in the Midrash and the Talmud, Is the story of Lilith a credible story? And the answer is yes, but mostly no. Lilith as an individual does not appear until the 6th century AD. The story of Lilith, which was just described, does not appear until much, much later in the 8th century to the 11th century AD. And Lilith does not become the partner of Samael until the 13th century AD. This poses a serious problem. Lilith is very clearly a medieval concept. But where does the idea of Lilith come from? The origin of Lilith is far darker and far more malicious. Lilith is traditionally a winged female demon that preys on children. This concept is not a new idea. In Babylon and Mesopotamian mythology, they have the Ilu and the Ilitu. The Ilu were the male demons, while the Ilitu were female demons. A mention of these demons can be found in Isaiah.
Wildcats shall meet, hyenas, goat demons shall greet each other. There too, the Lilith shall repose and find herself a resting place.
In Isaiah, the Lilith, sometimes translated as Lilith, is in reference to a class of demons having wings and owl's feet and not an individual. Lilith or Lilith can roughly be translated to night creature or night monster, which is fitting to the class of demon that Liliths are in demonology. With an understanding that Lilith is a class of night demon, the story of Lilith begins to take shape. Lilith as a class of demon is a night demon that would prey upon newborns and men. This concept of a winged woman that attacked newborns is very similar to another demon, but not in the Bible. This concept of a winged demon is very similar to the Babylonian demon class of Lilu and Lilitu. The Lilu and Lilitu were Babylonian demons that would attack men and strangle newborn babies. One such demon was the Ardet Lili, who was a Mesopotamian demon who would prey on men, while other Lilith would attack women during childbirth. When looking at the biblical tradition and looking at Babylonian demonology, we now know that Lilith is a class of demon rather than an individual. If Lilith is a class of demon in its historic sense, then is there any evidence of Lilith being an individual? The answer is yes, but not in the Bible. A mention of Lilith can be found in the Epic of Gilgamesh on Tablet 12. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, Gilgamesh, a Sumerian king and one of the oldest stories in human history, makes mention of Lilith while on his journey to try and achieve immortality.
Then the serpent, who could not be charmed, made its nest in the roots of the Hulapu tree. The Amzu bird set its young in the branches of the tree, and the dark maid Lilith built her home in the trunk.
In the Epic of Gilgamesh, Lilith and her companion, the serpent, which is depicted more as a dragon than an actual serpent, makes her home at the middle of the Hulapu tree, in the garden of Inanna, the goddess of love, and was planted at the dawn of creation. Gilgamesh slays the dragon and sends Lilith away. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, Lilith is seen as a demon. The story of Lilith as a class of demon, as well as the individual in the Epic of Gilgamesh, is always a malevolent force that attacks newborns. Within the Bible, there is precedent in Isaiah as a class of demon, while in Babylon, Lilith is also a class of demon that preys on men and children alike. Does Lilith exist? Is the medieval interpretation of Lilith accurate? Is Lilith a class of demon? Let me know in the comment section below, and for more supernatural history TV, like and subscribe.